Good morning, everybody. This is Richard back at you. In our earlier video, we talked about Billy's rear end whining about 40 miles an hour. We got the tranny repaired, got it in, worked flawless. Just loved how the tranny worked, but he wanted to go ahead and get the rear end repaired. When we, in the earlier video, that the yoke was move up and down, well, I took in a half-inch breakover bar and an inch and a quarter socket, and Andy's over there sitting on Teresa's foot. I mean, she has to be touching you all the time. But anyway, took an inch and a quarter socket, and when I went and tried to tighten it, it turned real easy, and it went about 3/4 of a turn before it touched, or it tightened down. And then I couldn't hardly move the yoke at all. I mean, it's like it put it in a big bind. So I backed it off just a little bit to give it some slack, and then I went and drove it, and the noise actually got worse. So here it is on the lift. We're fixing to take this rear end apart real quick. We already got the wheels off. You can see some of the lightest wheels. I couldn't believe it. My shoulder couldn't even tell I picked them up. It was so light. But anyway, let's get the brake drums off here first. See what they look like. Drums look really smooth. Really nice air. No dust in them or anything. Looks like the brake pads are really nice and thick. You notice on you have a long pad and a short pad. Short pad to the front, long pad to the rear. I'm not a brake expert, but I believe that's right. We'll go over here and get the other drum off. Got a little bit of brake dust in there, you can see that. Definitely want to clean that out before you put it back on. And you look here, got the long shoe in the back, short one in the front, looks right. This is your automatic adjuster here. Anytime you back up, go forward, slam on the brakes or anything like that, this will physically click, click, click and bring your shoes out slowly as they wear. Pretty neat thing there. Well, let's get this cover off real quick. We want to thank Miss Teresa for recording. Forgot to put that in there. Little Miss Annie running around.
You can't sit on my feet.
I'm going to go ahead and use the air this time. I'll try to keep it a little quieter. Now he just had this cover off, so the grease shouldn't look too bad. Right now I have a lot of slack in the ring and pinion. The yoke moves quite a bit before you feel the backlash on it. I mean, just a lot of play. Really nice looking oil, for sure. Now we are going to be replacing the ring gear, pinion, and all bearings in this thing and whatever else we find. Really clean looking. Like I said, it's already been cleaned out once, so it's kind of hard to... You can just tell how much backlash that thing has. Turn my light on here real quick, see if I can see anything. Help you out. Does that help out, Teresa, a little bit? I mean, the ring gear looks pretty good, but I'm just not going to put bearings in this. Once I put bearings in this thing, it would be terrible. I'd be fighting a whine like crazy, and I'm just not going to fight a whine. You got your little 8mm bolt right there. See if I can get it loose with my ratchet first. There we go. A lot of times these pins break. You'll get the threads out and the pin will be stuck down in there. Oops, there it goes. You can see that end of that pin. It's got threads on it here. And it's shiny here. That holds this pin in right here. That holds the axles and C-clips and stuff in. Want to look for any wear right here where the spider gears run. Feels pretty good. And then that's the hole in the pin. Goes in there like that to keep this from spinning. So, pretty neat. And like I say, some of these are different to me too on how you get these things apart. Oops, almost had it right there just then. There we go. There's one U-clip that holds this axle in. And then what you got to do is slide the other one in just a little bit to make it do a peekaboo.
To do a peekaboo?
Yeah, right down in there you can see it. Can you see that? I'll make it do a little peekaboo right there.
There it is. That's funny.
There you go. These go in either direction. It doesn't matter how you put them in. These look really good, no wear. We're gonna pull these axles out real quick and look at these axles where the bearings run. Come over here real quick, Teresa. Like I say, the miles on this thing, I don't want to put axle saver bearings in it or anything like that. We want to stay with the axle being the race. Things are going to drip. There, that looks really nice. No pitting where the bearing runs. Seal groove looks good right there. It's a mark but no groove. This area is what I'm really worried about through here where the bearing runs. Looks really good. Because we definitely do not want to put an axle saver bearing in this thing. Put a rag in there. You can see here where the C-clip went into. Get one of them clips, you can see it right here. Hold that in there. Got your spider gear on this side right here. Of course, you want to look at your splines. Make sure everything looks good there. Same way with this side. You want to pull it out and you want to go right to this area right here. Look at that, no pitting. This area looks really good where the seal runs. Anytime you pull these out, you're going to pull oil. So you might as well just get a rag and just start wiping right off the bat. And wipe them down. If not, you'll pour oil on the floor. So we got two good axles. That's good. We'll be replacing the axle bearings, of course, and new seals here too. Don't want to do anything crazy, huh? We want to make it right 100%. Because this guy, I tell you, he's going to put another 400,000 miles on this truck. I mean, he is. Yeah. Okay, we got our axles out. We got our C-clips out. Now we're going to pull our differential out. What size is that? Different size than that. I think it's a 5/8. You just never know on these things anymore. 3/4, 5/8. What I did want to do real quick though, makes it nice. I mean, just in case you try to get your caps mixed up, you can take and put a little punch mark right there. That way you know that's the left side. And we're going to pull it out. We're going to have a shim on this side and a shim on this side. Right here and here. These are two different thicknesses. This will determine how you set your differential side to side. As how, if you need to move it this way, you put a thinner one here and a thicker one here. I like to take like 2 off this one or put 2 on this one, take 2 off this one. Just slowly move it back and forth like that. Keep them separate. Throw that one over there. Keep that one on this side. Keep the race over there. Keep the race over there. I wish you could feel how bad this bearing feels right here. I mean, it's like, you can tell it's got some rough spots on it there. Wish you guys could feel it. This side feels good. This side here feels really rough. The bearing does there. Well, let's come over here. Let's get this yoke off real quick. You want to come over here, Teresa? And work on this side. Maybe so you can see it. Keep the light out of your eyes. Like I said, when I went to set this thing, I turned this nut 3/4 of a turn before it actually started putting a little bit of load on that bearing. And once I did, you could tell that the bearing started locking down. So I backed it off just enough to take the up and down of it out. But when I went and drove it, the whine physically was louder at 45 or so is when it started coming in. It'd go away about 65 or so, but very noticeable in that area right through there. I was hoping the yoke would come off, but it doesn't. We have a puller. Turn it just a little bit where it hangs on me. There we go. There we go. You want to look in this area right here where the pinion seal runs, or any type of grooving or anything like that. Now they do make a speedy sleeve you can put on here. Takes a different seal. If you got something you need to be cleaned up or something like that. Definitely want to clean all this dirt out of here before you put it all back together. See, we always paint our yoke and our drive shaft to keep it matching. We're going to be messing it up quite a bit here, so I'm not sure if that's going to matter. This come out really easy. What I'm going to do is I'm going to knock that bearing out that way, and it's probably going to shoot out of there 100 miles an hour because I'm going to push it out with the seal. So,
You don't want me to hold it?
see if it comes out. Make sure it's big enough to not come out the hole of the seal. Nope. It's trying to come out. Got it out quite a bit. At least I can grab it now, I think. There we go. And that race there looks good. So it's just hard to tell on that one there until you get it cleaned up. Look for pitting of the bearings and stuff like that. Like I said, the same way with here, I'll have to knock the races out to see what it looks like. Well, there's that one. And then we got this one. Try to tap it slowly where it don't shoot across the shop.
You have a little ways to go before it's coming out.
Do I?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
There you go.
Cool.
Huge out.
There we go. See if we can look at this here and feel anything. Yeah, you can feel it in there. Of course, this race goes here. So it's just hard to tell until you, a lot of them, until you physically get them pressed off, clean them up. Like this bearing here, we won't even take it off. We'll just clean it up and check it because we're going to be replacing the gears and all the bearings, so there's no sense in pressing that bearing off. We have a special puller that'll pull these off here. Get them off there, replace them, all the races and stuff like that. We'll get these axle bearings out, get all this cleaned up where it's nice and pretty in there. A lot of trash will be laying down in the bottom of these axle tubes that you have to push out. We'll take rags and we'll take a bar that I got, we'll just shove it down through there and clean it until we get all the trash out of there. So, but anyway, guys, we're fixing to go to town, get some gears, get some bearings and everything, come back and get this rear end put back together today. Billy needs it to go make some money so he can pay me, right, Teresa?
Yep.
I think that's what he was saying. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to push the notification bell and all that type of stuff. Annie, you're such a good girl. Y'all have a great day.